Welcome to Uncover Time, where we bring history to life in stories that are clear, thoughtful, and meaningful. Today, we explore the ancient Persians, not just their empires, but their values, beliefs, and the way they lived and ruled. Persians valued modesty and strength. Even kings wore simple tunics and valued plain food and discipline over excess. Boys were taught to ride, shoot, and speak the truth. Lying was considered the worst sin because it destroyed trust and honor. At 5, boys left their mothers and entered public training, taught obedience, silence, and how to endure hardship without complaint. Fathers avoided overpraise, believing that character came from struggle, not comfort. Youth respected age. Boys stood when elders entered, avoided showing off, and spoke only when spoken to. Girls were raised modestly, expected to remain indoors and unseen in public. Women led private lives centered on family. Marriage was sacred, often arranged within the extended family, and adultery was punished severely. Yet Persian families were close. Kindness, duty, and respect defined the household, and children honored their parents for life. Hospitality was a sacred duty. No guest was turned away, and strangers were treated with honor and generosity. Feasting was joyful but serious. Persians drank freely, debated while drunk, and judged again when sober to test truth. Meals were shared from the floor, no forks or chairs, to remind all of their shared humanity under the gods. Nobles gave generously. Kings rewarded loyalty with gifts, land, and public honor, believing power must be shared to last. Social ranks were fixed: nobles, priests, warriors, and farmers, though courage or wisdom could raise a man above his birth. Slavery existed but was relatively humane. Slaves could gain freedom, and many were treated like servants. Zoroaster's teachings shaped Persian morals. Life was a struggle between truth and falsehood, good and evil. Zoroastrianism taught purity in thought, word, and deed. Those who lived justly were rewarded in the next life. Fire symbolized truth. Temples kept sacred flames burning, watched by priests who lived disciplined, moral lives. The Magi served as priest scholars, advising kings and preserving sacred traditions while resisting foreign corruption. Education was central to Persian society. Children of nobles were taught reading, history, and moral lessons through stories and example. Public storytelling was a common form of teaching. Poets, elders, and priests passed down the values of loyalty, bravery, and justice in crowded squares and gatherings. Seasonal life defined the rhythm of the year. People planted in spring, harvested in summer, and celebrated with feasts, all under the gaze of the sacred sun. Public service mattered more than wealth. A man who helped his people was more honored than one who simply grew rich. Persian justice was famously strict. Bribes were punished severely, even by flaying corrupt judges, whose seats were covered in their skin as warning. The king ruled absolutely, but even he was bound by laws and advised by elders. The best kings ruled with fairness, not fear. Cyrus and Darius respected the people they conquered. They preserved local laws and religions, building unity through tolerance. The Persian Empire was connected by roads, couriers, and guarded trade routes, making peace and safety possible across vast distances. Loyalty to the king was sacred, but truth to the gods was higher, and oath-breakers were exiled from society. Nowruz was celebrated with fire, flowers, and music. Homes were cleaned, debts were forgiven, and families gathered to mark a fresh beginning. Persians believed that character mattered more than conquest, and that justice made empires last longer than fear. Thank you for watching Uncover Time, where we uncover the past and bring it to life. Like, share, and subscribe for more journeys through history.